So today I will be inviting two of my swim club and varsity friends over, and I'm going to be interviewing them. Hey everyone, welcome back to Swimming as a Sport. I'm Ashley, and each week I talk about swim stuff that you may not know. This is episode 3 for February 6th, 2024. So guys, I have a couple questions for you. Is it important to set goals or high expectations?
Yes. Oh, some of my goals are to make different cuts and just do well in practice.
And get better.
Get through it.
Okay, Layla, what do you mean by cuts? What are cuts?
Like certain times you need to reach at meets to qualify for bigger meets.
What was your journey to become a high competitive swimmer as you are now?
I started when I was like 6 in safety swim, and then eventually I moved to like stroke clinic, and then I got onto like the little team or something, and then I was swimming with Avery, and then eventually I made more friends along the way, and it motivated me to swim more. And then it motivated me to go faster, and it helped me make more cuts. And then eventually it just moved up and moved up.
And then for me, I started swimming when I was 2, but not competitively. And then when I started swimming competitively, I went to like stroke clinic at the age of like 9, and then I kept like getting faster from there. And then I swam with Layla for a couple of years, and then I moved up too.
Okay, so my journey was, I started at Long Island Swim School when I was like 4, where we had to learn how to float and swim ourselves.
Dad just threw me in a pool and told me to start swimming.
Okay, well, I started when I was 4, and then I went to like extended stroke clinic, and then soon I moved up to faster teams in our club team, and then after COVID, there were new teams, and then we all started moving up together. For both of you, what strokes do you accelerate on?
Yeah,
Freestyle.
maybe freestyle and fly.
And backstroke. I absolutely hate fly.
I hate backstroke.
So for your stroke, what technique in that stroke helps you excel?
For fly, it's usually like your hand speed and like how much water you're pulling so you go
can't kick.
further.
In fly, I would just sink to the bottom. That's why I can't swim.
The stroke I accelerate on is breaststroke, and the technique I use in that stroke to help me excel is the pull with the high elbow and the kick is really important, and also the underwater. If you go far, then you're probably gonna have a good swim time, but you have to go far and fast. Okay, both of you, what is the pool and the deck like at a swim meet?
It's usually like really packed because there's so many teams there and kids, so they're kind of in the way.
Half the time in warm up, I get run over by kids because there's so many
People in a lane. There's like 20 kids in one lane.
Yeah, and the floor becomes really dirty and wet. There's like snacks and garbage all over the floor because people don't pick up after their garbage.
And they don't throw it away.
Okay, so what suits can you wear at a swim meet, to competitive meets, to a time trial?
Okay, so for competitive meets, you could usually wear these things called knee skins that go like right above your knees, and they're really tight and hard to put on. Or you could wear like lasers or aqua blades, which are usually for the younger kids, but older kids can also wear them. They go up to your hip bone.
And then for like time trials, you wear regular practice suits or the team suits that they give you.
What suits or suit do you like to wear at competitive meets?
Knee skin.
I like wearing all suits because the knee skins like make you go faster, but then like the lasers and aqua blades are more comfortable. So I don't know.
Really prefer aqua blades since it like hurts half the time. Knee skins I like because it feels like you're floating on the water. Even though besides the fact that it's hard to put on, it just feels better.
In my opinion, aqua blades are so much more comfortable than lasers or knee skins because knee skins, well, it doesn't take me a hard time to put it on, but it's kind of uncomfortable. And then the strap around your thigh, like, it becomes really tight, so you have to flip it or you have to have the rubber thing under it in order for it to be comfortable, and it's just really uncomfortable and tight for me. Okay, so I need your opinion on this one. Should our swim training feel easy or difficult?
Both, because sometimes when you have like a hard practice, like the next day you need an easy one just to like rest, and then the next day you can also have a facet again, but then you can also have 2 facets in a row, which helps you go faster and like get better at your strokes.
It's usually important to like taper, which means like go easy at practice before like certain competitions, so you don't like tire yourself out.
Yeah, you don't want to be sore out of meat, and then that's not going to be good. What's your favorite goggle brand?
My favorite goggle brand is like Speedo because it's the like most popular brand that people buy from. So like I just get goggles from there.
Same.
Yeah, me too. So what colors, goggles, or like shades do you have and like?
I like blue goggles because when you look in the water, it's like not a different color, so it's easy to see.
Yeah. What about you, Layla?
I have lots of blue goggles and black or gray because they're usually tinted, and I just like tinted overall.
Yeah, but the problem with those tinted ones is that you could like barely see like at a meet, like where there's barely any light. What goggles should you use inside or outside?
So for outside, you should usually use tinted goggles because you're outside. So if there's sun, the tinted goggles like be like sunglasses so you can see better.
Oh, the ones inside, you could just use regular goggles. Any goggles work, whichever you prefer.
Clear goggles, especially.
Clear goggles make you look goofy.
You are goofy.
So, in your opinion, what's your least favorite thing about swim practice?
My least favorite thing is like maybe like when you hit hands with people during like backstroke fly because like it just hurts.
Another like thing that I hate to do is when I like touch people when I'm
doing
swimming
backstroke.
backstroke under the lane line because they're always like ahead of me. Oh, and I also hate when people are using paddles and they literally knock the paddle off my hand somehow.
Yeah, so paddles are basically just like circular things that go on your hand that you can
Helps
pull water
pull.
with. Yeah.
With holes in it. Literally, this happened yesterday. I was swimming butterfly, and there's ladders, like
Ladders.
yeah, pool ladders, and there's like a metal like thing for you to like hold to get out of the water. And my arm, no, my hand, my fingers decided to crash into that metal pole thing, and like now I have a bruise and it kind of hurts.
The worst part about swimming.
Okay, to wrap up the show, where can you find us? Information about the show and more can be found at Twitter and Instagram with the name at Herricks Studios. You can find this podcast on your favorite app by searching for Herricks Studios. If you would like to leave us a review, please do so on Apple Podcasts, and we might read it on the show. I think we are just about out of time on our episode on swimming. That's going to do it for today with me and for Layla and Avery. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.